Hey guys, I'm going to do a little something new. Figured since there's a lot of historical events that people may or may not know about, I figured today we would do something like a Today in History type thing. So first off, today, 1964, Martin Luther King wins the Nobel Peace Prize. He wins the Nobel Peace Prize for his commitment to nonviolence towards racial segregation and injustice. Wonderful stories about Martin Luther King. Very complex individual. Not a perfect individual. Some people like to knock him a little bit, but he's only human. But if you look at the nonviolent stance in which he took to take on segregation, even though it was nonviolent, it was very confrontational, confronting the enemy. And very deserving of the award. Sadly, so this was 1964. 1968, he would be assassinated, and then a few short months after that, Robert Kennedy would be assassinated. 68's a really funky year. And also today, 1912, Teddy Roosevelt, and I have a good friend of mine who's a big fan of Teddy Roosevelt. And why shouldn't you? He's kind of a badass. Well, he's a boxer. He was a cowboy. He studied judo. He was the police commissioner for New York for a little bit. He went and did the whole thing with the Rough Riders, all that stuff. Goes from vice president to president. And he leaves the presidency after two terms. Doesn't like the way Taft was doing things, so he was going to run for a third term, which at that time you could. It wasn't until Franklin Delano Roosevelt that the practice of two terms becomes law. Before that, it was custom. So he's going to run, and he goes to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to deliver a speech where a saloon keeper, I thought Roosevelt was nuts for wanting a third term. Pulls out a 32 caliber pistol and shoots Teddy Roosevelt. But here's how badass Teddy Roosevelt is. His eyeglass case was in his jacket pocket, along with a pretty thick speech. I've heard it was upwards of 25, 50 pages, something like that. So it's folded over. So between the speech and the eyeglass case, and he was also wearing a pretty thick coat, I guess it would be wool, it acted like a flak jacket. So he gets shot. All those layers protect him. He gets a flesh wound, plugs the flesh wound, delivers the speech, then got medical treatment. Kind of a badass dude. Teddy Roosevelt didn't win that election. That's his infamous Bull Moose Party. But spent the rest of his life just kind of going on adventures. He was mapping like the last leg of the Amazon. Really interesting characters here. So check back tomorrow for another day in history.